I am sharing 5 delicious meals with you today, and one of them includes a stuffed chicken marsala, and it is to die for. I will have all of these recipes linked below.
We do it just for fun.
For this night's meal, I found a turkey hanging out in our freezer, just begging for me to cook him up. This is a hickory smoked turkey breast from United. I served the turkey with gravy, homemade mashed potatoes, beets, and a roll. But I took it a step further and I made a homemade cinnamon honey butter. Let me share that recipe with you. And this is compared to the Texas Roadhouse cinnamon honey butter. I am doubling this recipe. So to start off, I'm taking 1 stick of butter, and to that I am adding 4 tablespoons of confectioner's sugar, 4 tablespoons of honey, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to mix this with my hand mixer. This is what it looks like all mixed up and blended together. Me and Jason both taste tested this and it is fantastic. I cannot wait to put this on a nice warm roll. On this night, I am making monster clubs. But when I make these, I like to start early in the morning and marinate the chicken in some Italian dressing, and I also add some fresh rosemary. I add the whole pack to the bag. I like to stick the rosemary down into the chicken and the salad dressing, and it brings out the best flavor in the chicken. Now that the chicken is in the refrigerator to marinate for the day, I am going to put together the dressing for these sandwiches. I have added 1 cup of mayonnaise to my bowl. To this, I am adding 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of thyme, I use dried, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice or lemon zest. I am going to stir this together and store it in the refrigerator for the day. You can also make this the night before. To assemble these sandwiches, I like to put mine on ciabatta rolls that I get at the bakery at Walmart. I place some of that dressing on both sides of the ciabatta rolls. You can use 1 to 2 slices of Munster cheese. Today I am using 2 slices. 1 cooked chicken breast. Today mine was grilled. A couple slices of bacon. I used pre-cooked. Now I am adding 1 to 2 slices of deli ham, 1 slice of tomato, and I am placing the top onto the sandwich. Now I'm going to wrap it up in aluminum foil. After I have assembled and wrapped up each sandwich, I am going to place them on the grill and I will cook them for 6 minutes each side. This sandwich seriously beats a deli sandwich any day, hands down. On this night, Timothy requested homemade lasagna. Well, I just couldn't say no. This stuffed chicken marsala is a copycat recipe from the stuffed chicken marsala through Olive Garden. But I'm telling you, this actually tastes better than Olive Garden. For the cheese stuffing, in a bowl I have added 8 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese. To that I am adding 1/2 cup of shredded provolone, 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. This is a 4th cup, so I'm going to use 2 of these. About 1/3 cup of thinly sliced green onions, a 4th cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomatoes, oil drained. These are finely chopped. About 6 ounces of sour cream, a little bit of pepper, and salt. I'm going to stir these ingredients to combine. I'm going to set this aside. I have 3 chicken breasts pounded out and each side has some salt and pepper. You can use 4 to 6 chicken breasts with this recipe. There's enough stuffing. I have a small container of flour with some salt and pepper in it. I'm going to take some of the stuffing that I just made and I'm going to put it in each of the chicken breasts. And I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to place each breast in the seasoned flour. Now I'm placing it in a preheated electric skillet with a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to brown both sides of each of the chicken breasts. After the chicken has browned on both sides, I am placing it in a baking sheet. My oven has been preheated to 350, and these are going to bake for about 20 minutes or until the chicken reaches the right temperature with a meat thermometer. While the pan is hot and still cooking, I am adding a half of a sliced onion, scraping up those bits from the chicken as I go. I'm using a Marsala cooking wine, and I'm going to pour that into the pan. I am also in the process of putting in 2 8-ounce containers of sliced mushrooms. After the Marsala wine comes up to a simmer, I am adding 8 ounces of heavy cream, and then I'm going to let this reduce to half. I am serving the mushroom gravy over the top of homemade mashed potatoes, as well as over top of the chicken. We always have leftover stuffing when we make this recipe, so we have come up with a way to use the rest of the stuffing. Let me show you. Most times when we make the chicken marsala, we have leftover stuffing, and we have discovered that we love the stuffing to the chicken marsala inside of mushroom caps. So we take a damp paper towel and we wipe off the mushroom caps, and then we take the stems out of the middle to make a pocket, and then we put the stuffing inside of the mushroom caps. Now that the mushroom caps are all stuffed with that super delicious stuffing, I'm gonna pop them in the oven on 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Tonight for dinner, we are trying this bourbon chicken seasoning by McCormick. It comes in a pack, it's a liquid, and I'm gonna put this on the chicken as the chicken cooks. I did put a little bit of salt and pepper on it as well. I figure it'll really pick up the flavor as I am cooking the chicken. It's gonna be a quick, simple, very inexpensive meal. While this is cooking through, I am making rice for the chicken to go over, or they can have it on the side. Even with this meal being so simple and quick, it was very flavorful and delicious. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.